Hello, beautiful book lovers. So, this is my June reading wrap up with a yes, no, maybe, a little bit about the book as to why I say yes, no, or maybe. The next video I'm going to do will be my TBR jar picks for July reads. I will start reading tomorrow. Today, I'm not going to. There's an episode I really want to rewatch of The Last Airbender. And I'm really loving this season for two reasons. One, I love Toph. I loved her in the anime series. I love her in this live action version of it. She's even better in the live action version. And two, Sokka drinks the cactus juice. And I love that part. And it's just even funnier in the live action version of The Last Airbender. But let's get into my June reading wrap up. I started this in May, finished it in June. Sorry if it's tilting. One of the legs on my tripod broke. So eventually I'm going to have to get a new one. But for right now, I'm just putting it between my little table and where I put my feet up just to keep it up. It keeps sliding every time the table moves. So sorry about that. Now, Fairy Tale by Veronica Lancet. Yes to maybe. I really loved the love story. I love the mystery of it. I love the supernatural and paranormal. Maybe because it is a thick book. The chapters are very, very long for a book that doesn't have any more, I think. Hold on. Oh my god. 31 chapters, thick book. So, yes to maybe. Gina Showalter by The Darkest Touch. This was my first official read for June. Yes. This follows Tarnan, who is an immortal warrior. He's one of the lords of the underworld, but he is also the keeper and host of the demon disease. Keely is a very crazy woman called the Red Queen, and a lot of people are terrified of her. But she's determined to be with this immortal warrior. However, with him being the keeper and host of the demon disease, he cannot physically touch somebody skin to skin, or the demon disease will transmit one of the many diseases to that person and unalive them. Keely, however, she doesn't get unalived. Nope. And that really baffles him, along with everybody else who's like, wait, so you can touch her, she'll get the disease, but she won't die. So this is a yes. Thorn Season by Kira Azar. Yes, I loved the unique magic, the forbidden magic. I loved how the FMC, and I can't remember her name now, Alicia. I loved how Alicia is determined to change that and help other wielders not be afraid to wield. And there's also a kind of like a mystery element of this compass. So, yes. Metal Slinger by Rachel Snyder. Yes. I absolutely loved the elemental magic in this. I loved the story. I loved the FMC, the MMC, and I love the ending. That that was a mind-blowing cliffhanger, but overall I really loved this book. So, yes. Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf. Yes, absolutely. This is a dark dystopian romance. This follows Shadira and the executioner Grayson, so it's dual point of view. And actually, it's multiple point of views, right? Multiple? Yeah, multiple point of views. And I loved everyone's point of view. This book had me on the edge of my seat. So, yes. Also, I can't wait for the second book to Daggermouth and Thorn Season. Once You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. This is the first book in the Possessing Her duology. Absolutely, positively, freaking yes. I love this book. Calicia and Hayden are just amazing. Calicia loses her father. She loses just everything. She's trying to rebuild her life. And she ends up being drawn to Hayden. He's a lawyer, but he's got a lot of secrets. So, yes. Lightwielder by Rachel Snyder. No. No. Let me say it in Russian. Neat. Let me say it in French. No. Let me say it in German. Nine. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now You're Mine by Morgan Bridges. Absolutely, positively, freaking yes. I loved how this duet wrapped up the the twist. The twist had me cussing at this book. Yes. And last but certainly not least, Shallow River by H.D. Carlton. This is my first book by H.D. Carlton that I've read. And I absolutely loved it. To see this video of my rating, just I think you would have to scroll up, but yes. And that concludes my June reading wrap up. I hope everyone has a beautiful, magical day full of reading and adventures. Bye.